Hi, my name is Elaine Hendricks, and I'm going to share some important information on masterminding. And while we're on the topic of business mastery, the need for masterminding plays an integral role. Plans are of no use unless they're translated into action by the use of sufficient power. In Napoleon Hill's book, Think and Grow Rich, he gives this definition of the mastermind: coordination of knowledge and effort in a spirit of harmony between two or more people for the attainment of a definite purpose. He says no individual may have great power without availing himself of the mastermind. There are two characteristics of the mastermind principle. One is economic and the other is psychic. Economic advantages may be created by any person who surrounds himself with the advised counsel and personal cooperation of a group of people who are willing to lend him wholehearted aid in a spirit of perfect harmony. The psychic phase of a mastermind principle is much more abstract, much more difficult to comprehend because it has reference to the spiritual forces with which the human race as a whole is not well acquainted. But when the minds of two people are coordinated in a spirit of harmony, the spiritual units of energy of each mind form an affinity, which constitutes the psychic phase of the mastermind. Great power can be accumulated through no other principle. Anyone can wish for riches, and most people do, but few know that a definite plan, plus a burning desire for wealth, are the only dependable means of accumulation of wealth. Think and Grow Rich is a classic book which I recommend reading and studying. You can go to support at asamanthinketh.net to get this powerful book. I get nothing for sharing this with you. This is just where I went to get my free copy. And here is the format that I use for team consulting and masterminding that I got from my mentor. Number one is that you have a chairperson, and that chairperson is the person with the problem, and they present that apparent problem to the other person or persons. And the second thing is the chairperson either defines the goal or outcome now. They've stated what it is, and now they're going to define it. And then the chairperson presents the facts of the situation and the background of the problem. Now the chairperson or the person with the problem states this: how can I? That's the question you're going to ask the other team or team members. And through brainstorming, the team members contribute clear action steps or ideas that would improve the chairperson's situation. Now the team members' contributions and ideas are to be stated without preamble or explanation. They just give them. And the chairperson's response is just, something to think about. Don't analyze it or judge it or say, oh, I already know that. Just accept those things gratefully and write it down. Unless the team is headed in a completely useless direction, in which case then the chairperson should redirect the team's focus. The chairman is also responsible for capturing or writing down, like I've already said, all ideas generated. Write them all down. And then the team is responsible for calling it tight on the chairperson and the preambles. And at the conclusion of this brainstorm, the chairperson is to read back all suggestions to the team. And then the chairperson can select at least 3 ideas which will be followed up on or further explored with action plans and completion dates. The chairperson is responsible for corrective actions. The team doesn't have to take responsibility for what that person follows through, but they can just be there for them as a support and helping them remember what they have actually stated as their planned outcomes and their action steps.